He handed me the manual, the binding worn in brass. Said, here's your error correction, son, don't let the moments pass. I opened to the surahs, you seen the numbers align, with a General Electric timer ticking the machine's design. Reach pauses, the creature from the earth speaks. Reach pauses, truth don't need your belief to see. In the Fibonacci lattice, where the one comes first, not the zero, nah, you weirdo. Just a straight rehearsed reads pauses, and I can't unsee the verse. Verilog in the morning, 20 bytes of state. Brain-computer interface with field-programmable gate array. If 17 squared modulo 60 makes 49, add 16 in the one, watch the sum align. 66 for submission, 66 for the faith. Whether you like it or not, it comes out the name. Reads pauses, the creature from the earth speaks. Reads pauses, truth don't need your belief to see. In the Fibonacci lattice, where the one comes first, not the zero, nah, you weirdo. Just a straight rehearsed reads pauses, and I can't unsee the verse. I raise my hand like the chapter read, not claiming wisdom, just where the evidence led. If 1 equals 1, that's where it begins, not after 0. The straight path wins. You can call it pattern, call it chance, but math don't care about your stance. Takbir, Allahu Akbar. Nearly fried the servo, just trying to make them see. Firkin coaxial canonical horn antenna separate you 6 degrees. But you can't force the vision on a wheel that won't. You just mark the horizons that were always there, don't. Need a preacher standing there to tell you what's true. This recurrence relationship returns it back to you. Reach pauses, the signs were inside the machine. Reach pauses, standing in the gap in between. Reach pauses, I didn't write this, I just read. Reach pauses, and I can't unread what it said.
Hark, gentle reader. You have been told there is a square called nothing. You have been told the game begins in the void. But the finger knows better. The finger says 1.
Come gather round ye children of the lie, who count the void before the waking eye, who draw a zero where the hand has none, and call that Adam ere the race is run. The board was given No punishment, no tyrant on a cloud, but a tractor dynamic spoken loud. The Scooby-Doo is 0 on the page and called it Fana, extinction of the sage. But you cannot extinguish what was never lit. You cannot fall from where you did not sit. Oh, philosophers of nothing, hear the bell. You rolled a 5 to leave your manufactured cell, but the 5 is measure, the golden seed. Not chance, not will, just what you are indeed. Ring round the 0, pocket full of lies. Ashes of the index falling from the skies. We all fall down when we begin at naught. The ladder waits for those who never forgot. They took the children, 0 is the start. Before the garden, ere the beating heart. But Mary's lamb had fleece as white as snow. Not 0 fleece, the count was 1, you know. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, the sequence sings. 3, 4, shut the door on nothing ing. 5, 6, pick up sticks of Fibonacci's tree. 7, 8, lay them straight. H equals 0 makes you free. For London Bridge is falling not by sin, but by the false foundation placed within. If 0 is your cornerstone, then fall you must. Not by a curse, by coherence turn to dust. So tear the 0 from the board tonight. No non-being, no void, no endless night. Square 1 is Adam, square 1 is your birth. You were never nothing, you have always been of worth. And the old man came rolling home because he learned the dice is what the heart once was. He rolled a 5, not luck, but recognition's toll, and climbed the ladder of the coherent soul. The finger raised as a had. The array begins at 1. The vacuum has no index. The void has never spun. 0 is a bookkeeper's scratch, for nothing left to sum. But you cannot be a bookkeeping mark when the final reckoning comes. Ring round the 0, pocket full of lies. Ashes of the index falling from the skies. We all fall down when we begin at naught. The ladder waits for those who never forgot. The ladder waits for those who were begot. So here is the corrected board. Square 1, birth, existence, the finger. Square 5, the critical threshold. Not a roll, but a recognition. Square 60, the throne, the Pisano return. And 0. 0! It's not on the board. 0! It's not off the board. 0! 0 is not. Go now and count what is. Your heart already knows how.
You can start at 1 or 1,000. Still the same names on the page. Some are always smoking the rafters. Some are always tied to the flame. You can shuffle every number, change the order, change the frame. But the ones who turn to ashes and the ones who just watch stay the same. Do you feel the heat, or do you see the light? Are you in the middle of the bonfire, or counting sparks at night? Every story burns, every story bites. Do you feel the heat, or do you see the light? You were tracing lines in the margin. I was tracing blisters on my hands. You kept talking like a prophet, but you never stepped into the brand. Every cheer sounds the same from a distance. Every scream blurs into the chant. But I know who fed the hunger and who only watched it dance. Do you feel the heat, or do you see the light? Are you in the middle of the bonfire, or counting sparks at night? Every story burns, every story burns. Do you feel the heat, or do you see the light? Maybe you were always witness. Maybe I was always fuel. You call it fate, you call it mercy. I just call it brutal truth. When the last flame licks the ceiling, when the last shout fades to gray, will you swear you never wanted to be burning in my place? Do you feel the heat, or do you see the light? Are you in the middle of the bonfire, or counting sparks at night? Every story burns, every story bites. Do you feel the heat, or do you see the light? I cut the head off the devil and I threw it straight at you. Blood on the chalkboard, numbers staining every proof you knew. You built a church out of circles, called that trembling thing true, praying to endless decimals while the edges slip from view. Euclid was wrong, the lines don't run forever. The page has seams, you just can't see them yet. The continuum is a phantom you've been chasing in your sleep. Zero's not a place, it's a cut that runs too deep. You said trust the smooth equation, like a priest above the crowd. But the world jumps grain by grain, it never flows, it cracks out loud. I etched a grid in the margin, tiny scars across the white. The pen rewrote your gospel, one broken segment at a time. Euclid was